Hello and welcome to the theElpyDimension on the 6th of September 2025. This is some worms eating this bag. I'm your guide Elpy, and this is mixed worm bin number 4. And I think we were in every bin but 2 on the 23rd, so maybe it's been 2 weeks. Now this bin was harvested this summer, although it was kind of a wonky harvest. So I think last time I looked in here and gave these guys, I think I gave them, yes, that's right, I gave them a big gross feeding. A bucket from when we made pickle relish. Oh yeah, and I fed over here because this is all sunken down, and it looks like, oh yeah, it was Cello the cellar spider on the other bin. I don't know what she's got, but this is, we're gonna call her Celeste. Sorry, Celeste, I don't know if that's food or an egg sack, but you are going to have to move because it looks like something tasty, maybe. Yeah, that's right. So we fed big, nasty feeding for these guys 2 weeks ago now. We got lots of worms over here. I think I had to just shove a bunch of paper down there. Yeah, because this is for real just to like clump. But the worms are in it. We'll just kind of tear it up. Just to increase the surface area, making it easier for the worms and the microbes to break it down. So, yeah, I think I was considering maybe harvesting, yeah, we had some cucumber, because we were making pickle relish. Maybe harvesting, lots of worms over there, as we would expect. This is a nice, happy, healthy population. This material feels and looks nice. No, don't go that way, Celeste. Come on now. That's not where you want to be. Yeah, it doesn't smell funky. So we'll kind of hold on to this for today's feeding. Yeah, if I recall, well, let's just have a look at the material. I was going to say, I think I was wondering, there's a couple of bins, maybe this bin and 2 that were harvested wonky and made me wonder if maybe I shouldn't just try to separate the old castings out again and do another harvest. And I mean, I feel like it was really just yesterday that I said, okay, that's it, this bin is harvested. It really was. And I think maybe I'm making it up that I was thinking about harvesting this bin again, but when you look at it, the material outside of the obvious chunks is pretty well broken down, but I don't know. I think it's just that I just left behind that much old material. Don't go that far down, Celeste. Don't do it. yeah, there's not as many worms over here as we'd expect. There's some, but not very many. So the bulk of the population is hanging out where they were last fed. And I'm not gonna worry about even thinking about harvest right now. The reason I even was because it's like, was I trying to just feed on one side? Yeah, really, I'm not even going to worry about that right now. I know that bin 3 needs to be harvested. And I do need castings, but I think the Canadian Nightcrawler bin could stand to be harvested too, mainly because I put a lot of soil and potting soil in there, but that material does look pretty well broken down. All right, so today for these guys, we're going to feed on the left side now. Celeste will be out of your way in just a minute. She's so confused. Don't worry, babe. We will be out of here. Okay. Let's go ahead and put... I'm trying not to disturb the spider too much. At the same time, I want to get a bunch of this. Actually, no. We'll focus on... We won't worry about putting all this paper over there. No, we won't. Because we'll put a lot of it on top. In terms of new brown material, I'm down here slightly unprepared. That's what they're going to get. And now those are items that are going to take some time to break down. This will be an interesting feeding because a lot of it's going to take some time. So we've got an avocado, old avocado. It's no good. Some old rotting onions. Actually, that one, the bag was... half of a lemon, old slimy baby carrots, garlic scapes that were actually forgotten about in the back of the fridge. Can you believe that? It's September. Some old guava. These are a couple of my peppers. Looked like this outside, so one of those. This, assuming that's a groundhog. And yeah, several rotting onions. And a sweet potato that sprouted, and so I cut it up to help it break down faster. We'll see how I'm thinking about moistening the material. I do actually have some pre-moistened shredded paper. Celeste is still holding on. So I do want to give them some dry mix, which is diatomaceous earth, kelp, ground kelp, neem cake, a little bit of oyster shell. I need to remix that. And azomite. It'll be interesting to see how much better or different or whatever the audio is now, because I didn't have my Bluetooth on. But The other thing that'll be interesting to see here is I'm really wondering if I should add, because that's a lot of stuff that, I mean, the onions will produce moisture. We'll just do what I never do, and we'll not add moisture to this feeding. We'll be good, and we'll let it be, and we'll see what happens. And in a week or two, when I revisit, if it needs moisture, then it'll get moisture. All right. That was uneventful, but bin number 4. Bin number 4 and Celeste are looking good. Population's looking good. They got through that funky feeding, no problem. And I'd say they were anxiously awaiting fresh food. All right. On to the next. Be safe, be well. Bye for now.